Are we on?
Yeah.
I'm nervous.
So
It's a noisy jacket, but it looks so good. It's so comfortable. What are you watching? I don't know. You're watching something good. Hey, how you doing? My name is Scott Doty, and you're watching Scott Doty TV, encouraging and equipping you to help your student storm the test. All right, and today I want to talk about the rules of game day. All right, when it comes to being a test taker, in other words, there are some rules that we should follow to give us the maximum probability of success. Okay, and I don't want to just kind of creep into test day and quietly say, sort of apologetically show up and say, thank you for letting me take this test, bye. I want us to storm the test. I want us to dominate. I want us to have that great feeling of, oh my gosh, I killed it. And that's what I want to give you is some tools that you can use, you can share with your student as to what to do on game day to maximize the probability that that will happen. All right, so what I'm going to share with you are my 5 W's. All right, the 5 W's start with number 1, wake it up. Wake it up means your brain needs time before it's fully alert, so you got to wake up nice and early and give it time to wake up, which means if you're taking a test, say at 8 a.m., I mean, I'm talking to you SAT, ACT test takers, you should not be rolling out of bed at 7:45. A lot of people think, oh, well, it's a big test, I need to get as much sleep as possible. Wrong. What you need to do is you need to give your brain time to wake up. The typical adult brain actually takes 60 to 70 minutes before it's fully alert, whereas the typical teenage brain requires 90 to 100 minutes. So I'm saying if you're taking the test at 8, you should be up by 6, latest. Give your brain plenty of time to get to the place where it is fully alert, okay? Wake it up's number 1. Rule number 2 is work it out. All right, your body needs to be involved in the test day process. All right, you need blood flow. You need to feel limber. You need to feel loose. You need to feel confident, and that partly comes from the endorphins that come from blood flow. All right, you also from blood flow will get oxygen flow to the brain, which is exactly what it needs. It's the fuel the brain needs to focus. Okay, so I always have my students on test day wake up early and then do some sort of a strategic workout. Maybe they're doing a run, maybe they're doing some yoga or some push-ups or donkey kicks or whatever they need to do, jumping jacks, punching a punching bag. It's all good, but something to get the blood flowing, get them feeling good. All right, 20-25 minutes of that at least. All right. The third W is watch your inputs. Meaning, what are you watching that morning? Are you watching SportsCenter? Are you watching the news, which might depress you? Are you reading? Are you reading something that confuses you or gets you upset or somehow distracted? Are you eating food that is not optimal for your performance? Are you cranking through sugar and coffee? I'm just saying, consider not doing that. Instead, consider things like, all right, I'm going to hydrate. I'm going to have nuts and berries, fruits. I'm going to have maybe protein like an egg. My test day, my personal Scott Doty test day recipe is take some banana, mix it up with some peanut butter. The thing is delicious. I don't care if you don't agree with me, I think it's fantastic, and it is a great brain food. All right, but think about your inputs. What are you consuming that morning that maximizes the probability that your body and your mind are ready to go? That's the third W, okay? The fourth W is will yourself to wear smart clothes.
Oh, yeah.
No one wants to. Everyone wants to wake up at the last minute and just go in PJs with the frumpy hair and just show up and say, all right, guys, let's do this. That's not how it's going to work. All right? What you can do instead is you're going to help your son and daughter to wake up early, do the workout, feel good, eating well, and what then you're going to do is you're going to make sure that your son or your daughter wills himself or herself to dress nicely. Smart clothes are a real deal thing. Professional athletes have to wear smart clothes all over the place, not because they want to look pretty, but because their team wants them to maximize their performance. And that means that they're going to wear nice clothing throughout their anything they do that's connected to their sport, they are going to be looking good because it helps make the mind alert. So when my students take the SAT or the ACT, or for that matter, a physics test, a big French test, a midterm, a final exam, whatever it might be, my students are always looking good, all right? I'm not saying you got to wear a tuxedo, but you might want to consider a button down in slacks or a dress or something that makes you feel, okay, I'm here to play. I came to play today, all right? I'm not messing around. So I want that as well as part of the arsenal of tools you're going to use on test day. You're going to look good, and that's going to help you feel good and perform well. The fifth and final W is whet your appetite. Yes, whet with an H, W-H-E-T.
Good.
By whet your appetite, I mean think about the content of the day. All right, just give your brain a little bit of a jump start on, okay, let me review my formulas real fast. Let me review some of these grammar notes. Let me get myself together on this content just for 10 minutes, 15 minutes, just lightly. Just, oh, good, hitting on stuff that I know I already know, just to remind myself I'm ready. I'm going to kill it. I'm in a good place. All right, so that's another important part of test day morning stuff is, you could veg out, but maybe it would be better if you did some light review and got your brain kick-started properly, all right? So those are your big 5 W's, all right? Wake it up, work it out, watch your inputs, all right? Will yourself into smart clothes and whet your appetite. Almost forgot the last one. All right, so I hope that helps. These are very important, very useful tools. I used them all the way through college and grad school. These are really good for any test of any level, all right, any age. So I hope that you find them helpful. And again, thank you as always for watching Scott Doty TV, the place to be to learn how to encourage and to equip your son or daughter to storm the test. Have a great day. Did I say Scott TV?
Yeah.
What'd I know? It's Scott Doty TV? That is my name. I'm sleepy, I need a nap.